Namaskano, Janos, Nityasan. Namaskano, thank for you are well. Janos, Nityasan. Janos, I am called. Today we are doing basic Seneca lessons with Janos, number 24. This is a video series from the Allegheny Language Department at the Seneca Nation. And we have decided to try to be more clear about what audience our lessons and various materials are for. So this one is for beginner. So somebody at the beginner level of language learning. This will help you learn how to conjugate the verb someone was there. And it will also help you to use, no, wait. You'll get to familiarize yourself with some pronunciation, and you can practice reading along and listening. And after that, you can see how our pronouns are used. And if you want some more material, you can check out senecalanguage.com, senecalanguage.com Facebook group, the Seneca Language YouTube channel, the Allegheny Language Instagram, or the Allegheny Language Twitter at Seneca Language. So there are plenty of options to get a little more Seneca language in your life. So how about engasawan? Now I will start. How long has it been since somebody was there? Well, let's figure that out today. Before we do that, I do want to take a look over here at the right. Please follow my cursor. So this is only one form of a verb, and it's very specific to someone was there. Somebody was there. Somebody was there. Someone was there. All right, so I'm going to have you take a look at this. This column right here that I'm running my cursor down, that is our list of pronouns that will tell us who is doing what. And who is doing what today? Someone was being somewhere. Someone was there. All right, so we're going to go through these and I'll explain any strange things as we go along. They might be strange to you or new to you, but not to a Seneca language speaker. The second thing I want to do is give a little disclaimer. In all our videos from the Allegheny Language Department, we are learners. We are learners and teachers on Teachers and Learners. At the Seneca Nation, you know, there are a lot of us young folks learning the language and trying to teach it, but none of us grew up in first language speaking homes. That's a very rare thing to find. Most of our first language speakers are in their 80s, late 70s, or older. So it can be difficult sometimes for teacher like myself to have a perfect old style, beautiful Seneca language accent and flow and all that fun stuff. So just be aware, I'm learning, I'm growing, and my accent is still Janos accent. I didn't have it in my home. And if you want to sound more like those beautiful speakers from the old times, you definitely need to listen to content with them speaking in it. So if you don't have elders handy, which is very rare for most of us, we don't have elders who speak handy. Even myself, I go home and have to listen to CDs and DVDs and telephones and all this fun stuff to figure out how to sound more authentic. I would suggest going to the senecalanguage.com website if you don't have anything like that to listen to, and listening to people like Myrtle Pearson, Sandra Jimerson Dowdy, Corbett Sundown. That will give you a good idea of how our people sound naturally if they are first language speakers who grew up hearing, using, and speaking it. So here we go. We're going to start here and just go right down. Hey, gate squat. And again, hey, gate squat means I was there. Hey, sate squat. You were there. Hey, sate squat. Hey, ant squat. She was there. Hey, ant squat. Hey, squat. He was there. Hey, squat. Hey, Nate squat. You and I were there. Hey, Nate squat. Someone and I were there. Hey, yuck, Nate squat. Hey, yuck, Nate squat. You two were there. Hey, snake squat. Hey, snake squat. Two males, or I know it says two males, but it could also be one male and one female were there. Hey, Nate squat. Hey, Nate squat. Specifically, two females were there. Hey, Knate squat. Hey, Knate squat. All of us were there. Hey, Dwayne squat. Hey, Dwayne squat. They and I were there, but not you. They and I, but not you were there. Hey, Yugwait squat. Hey, Yugwait squat. You all, but not me. You all were there. Hey, sweet squat. Hey, sweet squat. 3 or more males or a mixed group were there. Hand squat. Hand squat. 3 or more females were there. Hey, when squat. Hey, when squat. So as you can see, Seneca verbs are very specific about who is included and who is excluded. So it does take some getting used to. And again, our words are power packed. They have a lot included. So it tells us who, it tells us when, and it tells us what. So just keep that in mind. A lot of times, one Seneca word could be a full sentence in English. Like we just demonstrated. Hey, gate squat. I was there, period. Full sentence right there. Okay, so let's go to Gawe. Gawe, where? Where were you? Gawe. Now, I did use a different word for the gym today. There is another word a lot of people use, but it's a word that you would use for maybe like a school gym when kids are playing in it, or maybe, like maybe they have a ball game going on in their kickball or something. It's used for play. Well, a lot of us older people talk about, maybe going to a gym to work out. So we're using a different type of the word today. So instead of talking about where they play, we're going to talk about where they strengthen or harden their bodies. So that one's a little different. And that one is tanonjat daniya dakwa. Tanonjat daniya dakwa. Or you can add the A at the end, the gay at the end too. Tanonjat daniya dakwa ke. Tanonjat daniya dakwa ke. Tanonjat daniya dakwa ke. Yeah. Or maybe you're at the ball field. De tadijis kwa esta kwake. De tadijis kwa esta kwake. Maybe you're in the town. Tiganondayan. Tiganondayan. At the movies. Tikayatahake. Tikayatahake. At the restaurant. Tenon de konyata kwake. Tenon de konyata kwake. Or at the doctor's. Tadejansky. Tadejansky. So initially I did leave the gay off on the end of this word. Some folks just say tanonjat daniya dakwa, and that's fine too. So tanonjat daniya dakwa or tanonjat daniya dakwa ke. All right, so here we go. Let's try making some sentences here. I'm going to try to do this in an easy way, but it is hard when everybody is at a different level of literacy in Seneca. So let me see. We'll start with making a question. So we're going to start with do, and then we're going to ask how many days since. How many days has it been since? Do, ni wenis hege no, no wait. Do, ni wenis hege no, no wait. Segechi, segechi. Tikanondayan. Oh, we said segechi. So if we're going to ask a question about segechi, what form of the verb do we use? Can I ask do ni wani segeno no we segechi tikanondayan hate squat? Hate squat? Can I use that one? Ogenio? Because I have to make sure the gender matches, right? So our verb has to match our gender. So it's your old lady. So in this case, I have to use she, heyet squat. So the sentence would be, or the question would be, do ni wani segeno no we segechi tiganondayan heyet squat. Do ni wani segeno no we segechi tiganondayan heyet squat. Don't you any segeno? I don't know. You tell me. So here's another little disclaimer. Since I am a second language learner and our language doesn't have a word to put at the end of the sentence to tell you that it's a question, I have to try to inflect to let you know it's a question. Now, I have always struggled, and I won't lie, I've always struggled doing that. I either undersell it and it sounds like a statement, and then the elders tell me that are teaching me, that sounds like a statement, John. So you're asking me a question or saying something. Are you telling me something factually? So then I try it again, and sometimes I overdo it. So try really hard to use inflection. Again, Seneca does not have a word at the end that implies to the listener that you're asking a question. So, what you don't want to do is do ni mani se ge no no we se ge chi tikano ye squat. That does not really sound like a question. So do ni mani se ge no no we se ge chi tikano ye squat. That might kind of sound right, but again, I am not a fluent speaker and I'm not a first language speaker. All right, so next, if you take a look at this note, it says used for 3 or more days. So I can't say scod here. I can't say scod ni when you say gay, no. That just doesn't sound right in Seneca. I also can't say dickney too. Dickney, I can't say scod or dickney and use ni when you say gay, no. It just sounds funny. It just doesn't work in Seneca. So this is used for 3 or more days. So you can start with scod dickney sa, doges sa. Sani when he said no, not we. And then the question said your old lady. So can I say segechi when I'm answering? Could I say sa ni when he said no, not we segechi? No, right? Because if you're asking me, hey, how many days was it since your old lady, was in the town? I have to change it to my old lady when I answer, my old lady, right? So we're going to jump over here. So when I answer, I'd say, ska digni sa ni weni sege no we kegechi tiganonda ye squat. Yeah, but we're going to keep the verb the same because it's still a female person doing it. So hey squat. Now, what if I wanted to say it's like just been 1 day? Well, then, we really don't need no wait. We could just say yesterday. Yesterday she was there. So you could just say, Taden, again squat. Taden, tikanonda again squat. He was there yesterday. Taden, tikanonda again squat. So, well, maybe you're thinking, and it's actually been the day before yesterday. So 2 days ago, the day before yesterday, she was there. You could just say, Dwatedank. Tikanonda again squat. Dwatedank. Dwatedank. That would be fine. All right, so let's ask another question. All right, let's say it's been a few years since someone's been to the doctor. We all have those stubborn relatives. Okay, we have those stubborn relatives who you wish would just go to the doctor and get something checked out, but they don't. So for those stubborn relatives, you might have to ask questions like, Do nios hage no we Janos Tadejensky hate squat. Do nios hege no we Janos Tadejensky hate squat. Do nios hege no. Wait, that's a long time because you're going to say 4 years. It was 4 years since. Ska digni se gay. Ska digni se gay. Gay nios he gay. No, wait. Can I say you not say? I'm gonna switch it to haknosa. So ska digni se gay. Nios he gay. No, wait. Haknosa. Tadejensky hate squat. Wait, gay nios hair gay no. Oh, my goodness. But you could say, it was 2 years. 2 years it was. Deos hair gay no. Deos hair gay no. So I'm just going to mention there is a theme in a lot of Seneca language areas where there's always a different thing for one of something and a different thing for two of something. So just get used to 1 and 2 being different in most situations, whether it's 1 minute or 2 minutes, 1 year or 2 years, whether it's $1 or $2, the words are always different. And then for 3 or more, it's a pretty set pattern. That happens pretty regularly. So you could say, Dios no. Dios no. Now, in this case, you could use no wait. It was 2 years since. Dios no. No wait. Aknos, Tarejanske, squat. Yeah. Or it was just last year. It's been a year, right? You could just say, She just had think. She just had think. She just had think. Aknos, Tarejanske, squat. That's fine. You don't need the no wait there. That's fine. She just had think. Oh, there's so much to teach and so little time. Just kidding. All right, so no more of this lesson of Babylon forever. So let's see. How do we know which verb to use? Well, if you take a look at the song, we're going to try to make some combinations and see if we can figure this out. If we want to have, well, let's just do this. I'll just say, ongedeo iko. Ongedeo iko. Ongedeo iko. Follow that cursor. Ongedeo iko. Okay, so who's going? Ongedeo, my friend. Ni ko also. Okay, so my friend and I. My friend and I. So if it's my friend and I, ongedeo iko. Which verb would I use? Who was there? Ongedeo iko. Well, if I use higate squat, I'm leaving out my friend. If I say higate squat, there's somebody who went with us that's not being included. So maybe, let's see. Ongedeo iko. You know what? You know what? It would depend on who I'm talking to and if the person I'm talking to was included or not included. So let's see. Am I talking to my friend? Ongedeo? Am I talking to my friend? Or am I talking about my friend and I to somebody else? Let's say I am. Let's say I'm telling you who is my student, but maybe not my friend. So I'm telling you, ongedeo ko I, my friend and I, they and I, right? Someone and I. Someone, but not you. Sorry, guys, not you. Someone, but not you. We were there. So ongedeo I ko, someone and I. Heyak neat squat. Heyak neat squat. Yeah. Heyak neat squat. Yeah. So let's make a question about that. So do ni wani seke no we Snadeo is ko Snadeo is ko Chanonde konya dakwake. Ooh, so now I'm asking you, how many days since your friend and yourself at the restaurant? Ooh, you were there. You were there. So how many of you were there? Were there 3 or more of you? Were there 3 or more of you? Because if there were 3 or more of you, I could use you all. A sweet squat. Oh, there's only 2 of you. Oh, so you too. A snake squat. Okay, that's what I'd have to use. So I would ask you, do ni weni sege no we is ko snadeo tano de konya da kwake. A snake squat. Do ni weni sege no. Now, what would you do if you had to answer? Which verb would you use? And which form of friend? Could you say snadeo in your answer? No, because you're going to tell you about my friend and I, right? So we have to say ongedeo, right? And then how long ago was it? Let's say 5 days ago. skad, digni, se, ge, wis. Wis, skad, digni, se, ge, wis. Wis ni weni se ge no we. Ongateo. Equal. Tenonde konya dakwaki. So it's my friend and I. My friend and I. Oh, someone and I, because you're not including Janos, you're not including me. So it'd be, oh, okay. Hey, yuck, squat. Hey, yuck, squat. Okay, I'm starting to get this now. All right, let's try another one. Let's say it is sahag ko yanose. Sahag ko yanose. Sahag ko yanose. Sahag ko yanose. So first, are both people the same gender? No, they're different gender. Okay, so it's not two men, but it's not two women. So which one would we use? And it's your aunt and your uncle, so I won't have to say it's myself. Let's see here. We got two males. What did we say about two males? If it's a verb that is two males, it could also mean one male and one female, right? A mixed group. So we would use this one. Hey, Nate squat. Hey, Nate squat. Okay, so now the last piece we got to think of is when were the two there, and do I have to switch my nouns a little bit, right? Because this is your aunt and your uncle. So what would I change them to? Your aunt would become a gay hug. Oh yeah, because I'm telling you my aunt and my uncle, right? A gay hug. Ko hug notse. Okay, so now we know what people we're going to use, how to conjugate them. Now we just have to figure out how long ago. How long ago since? So let's see. Let's see. Let's say that they haven't gone to the gym for 6 days. Oh, 5 days. We'll make it 5 days. So we'll change it up a little bit because I can't remember what I just said, so I apologize. So we're going to say it was 5 days. It was 5 days since my aunt and my uncle to the gym where they strengthen their bodies. They were there. Okay. All right. So vis ska digni se ge vis ni weni se ge no we a ge hak ko hak no se tano jat dani ye da kwat ki. Hey Nate squat. Yeah, jago. So last but not least, I'm just going to tell you, we got to practice. We got to practice a lot. And I could do this video for a long time, but I don't want you to get bored. So I'm going to switch the slide for a little bit and just give you some examples. So for question 1, we have do ni weni sage no we snadeo de tari g squat ista kwat ge he squat. Who could translate that long crazy thing? Do ni weni sage no we snadeo de tari g squat ista kwat ge he squat. Not again, don't he can. What does that mean? Don't know. So let's go back. Do ni weni sage no. Do ni weni sage no. Oh, didn't he can. Do ni weni sage no we. Okay. Snadeo. De tari g squat a squat quat ge hate squat. Oh, what's this verb tell me? Hate squat. Hate squat tells me he was there. All right, so how many days since he was there? Who is this person again? Oh, Snadeo. Okay, Snadeo, your friend. And he went to this place. All right, so here's some answers. Possible replies could be Dwatedink hate squat. Dwatedink hate squat. Dwatedink hate squat. Togus, Dwatedink. Day before yesterday was there. Or sa ni wani sage no we de tari cheese kwa ishta kwa ke hates kwa. Sa ni wani sage no. Sa ni wani sage no. Scott, Dickney, sa. 3 days it was. Sa ni wani sage no. Yeah. De tari cheese kwa ishta kwa ke. We have some long words, so I feel for y'all who are just learning how to say these things. Because their words are almost complete thoughts. There's pictures or sentences. Sometimes they get a little long because there's so much information included. All right, guys. So let's do the next one. Do nios hage no we sahag tare jenske hienskwa. Do nios hage no we sahag tare jenske hienskwa. Ana again do hige. Daganoto. I don't know. Daganoto. Okay. Do nios hage no way. Oh, how many years was it since? Sahak. Aunt. Sahak. Tarejenske hienskwa. Tarejenske hienskwa. Tarejenske hienskwa. Hienskwa. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, nios hage no way. Sahag. Tarejenske hienskwa. What's this one say? Chijos hedik. Chijos hedik. See that? And there, it tells you it's got to be a nasal E. Chijos hedik. A gay hug. Oh, a gay hug. Why did I put a gay hug? Because I'm answering my aunt, a gay hug. Chijos hedik. A gay hug. Hienskwa. So, last year, my aunt, she was there. Last year. Yeah. I guess that's better than 4 years ago. All right, last one. We have Deus hege no we agi hug tarijenske hienskwa. Deus hege no. 2 years it was. Deus hege no we agi hug tarijenske hienskwa. Oh, yeah. Whew. So, that is a little lesson. And if you have any questions, you can always find me in the Google Classroom at senecalanguage.com on our website. If you look for the Google Classroom, it is all set up for people to ask me questions as they're studying on their own. I do use it as a learning hub for very beginners. It's not necessarily a live class. It's more of a packaged resource hub for you so that things are kind of put together in an easy to use format. And juggle. Keep it up. Keep learning, keep growing in the language. Done.